Page 66, La Cucaracha. This is a happy dance, a Mexican dance. They say Mexican folk tune. Okay, that's fine. I could do all kinds of things with fingering on this because of the repeated notes. I don't like using the same fingers, but I'm not going to suggest too much, okay, because that just complicates it for you right now. Use the same finger on them if you want to. I will suggest one minor little change. Okay, fine, two minor little changes. I can't help it. The last full measure in the first line, all right, where you have the eighth notes in the right hand. I would prefer, and I will probably do it, is I would do a 2-3-2-3-2-3. And I'll end on the 2. It's very common in piano to use that fingering for that type of passage, and once you learn it, it's a much easier fingering than doubling, using the same finger. Because for that G, you got to cross over the thumb here, right? Same type of passage in the left hand. On the third line down, it's the last full measure, those eighth notes. Right? Do that if you want, but I prefer a 3-2-3-2-3-2 type thing. Is much surer for me. I'm used to it. That's what I do, so that's what I recommend. In the last couple of measures in the left hand, you have to cross over the thumb. That's not a problem. You gotta learn to do that anyway. You just as well get started. I don't like the way they've written this piece of music out because the ending of each printed line is just a partial measure. I'm sure they've done it because they want to reinforce the idea of the musicality of the piece. It starts with an upbeats, 1.5 upbeats, and each phrase is that way. So they want to end the phrase on that line, physical printed line. I still disagree. If I were printing it, I would put that last note on the next line because it's part of the next measure. All right? It's not a measure by itself. That's why there's no line at the end of it. Let's try this slowly and see what happens. I'm going to leave the metronome at 60 because usually when there's eighth notes involved, I put it at 50 for your benefit. If you're getting this far in the book, you should be able to play a little faster by now, I hope. If not, maybe you wait till the second or third time you've been through the book. All right? Or if you're lost at this point, go back and start again and come through the whole thing again. You don't have to go through the whole book to go back through it again. You can, go back at any time. 3/4 time. The counting in is going to be interesting. I'm going to give you a full 3 counts plus 1.5. Now, to give you an example of counting us in here, I'm going to put your hand there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1 and 2, and we come in on the end of 2. 1 and 2 and. So let's try it out. The left hand's here and the right hand's here. All right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1 and go.